Have you ever considered that your daily shower, the one you've been taking for years to keep you fresh, healthy, and clean, might actually be doing more harm than good once you hit 70? I know, sounds a little crazy, right? But here's the thing. What if that steamy shower or long soak in the tub, the one you've always relied on to wash away the day, is silently stripping your skin, draining your energy, and even putting you at risk of a dangerous fall? It might sound surprising, but studies are showing that frequent bathing isn't necessarily the best thing as we get older. We've been told our whole lives that more bathing equals better hygiene, but as we age, it turns out the rules change. And that's where this video comes in. In today's video, I'll be peeling back the curtain on how often seniors should bathe. And trust me, it's not what you've been told all along. We'll talk about how aging skin, hidden health risks, and the surprising shift in how we define cleanliness after 70 might change the way you or your loved ones approach personal care. Stick around until the end, because I'll also share an expert-approved trick that keeps seniors fresh and healthy without stepping into a slippery bathroom. It's so simple you won't believe it, and you definitely won't want to miss it. As we age, our skin goes through some pretty significant changes. It gets thinner, drier, and just doesn't behave the way it used to. That youthful glow? Not quite the same. The outermost layer of skin, known as the epidermis, loses density. Underneath, the dermis weakens because the body isn't producing collagen and elastin as efficiently as it did when we were younger. This leads to skin that's much more vulnerable. The sebaceous glands, responsible for producing oils that keep our skin soft and plump, slow down. And let's not forget the sweat glands, which become less active, making it harder for the skin to regulate moisture. The result? Drier, more fragile skin that's at a higher risk of irritation and damage. Here's the kicker. When seniors bathe daily, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, they strip away the skin's natural oils. This leaves it unprotected, and over time, that can lead to dryness, itchiness, and even cracks in the skin. The condition called xerosis, fancy term for really dry skin, can set in, turning the skin into a rough, scaly mess. And if those cracks break open, you're looking at a potential infection. This isn't just uncomfortable. It can have serious health consequences. It's a vicious cycle. The more we bathe, the drier and more fragile our skin becomes. So, it's worth considering how often we really need to be bathing as we get older. Here's something you might not have expected. Bathing less often can actually reduce the risk of infections. Sounds strange, right? But when you think about it, it makes sense. Senior skin is thinner and slower to heal, which means that frequent washing actually increases the likelihood of skin tears. Those small tears might seem harmless, but they can turn into a bigger issue if left untreated. When we bathe with hot water or scrub too aggressively, we break down the skin's protective lipid barrier. This leaves the skin vulnerable and prone to damage. When skin tears occur, bacteria like staph or strep can sneak in, causing infections that are harder to fight off. For older adults, even a small tear can lead to something serious like cellulitis, abscesses, or even sepsis in extreme cases. But here's the good news. Bathing less frequently allows the skin to retain its natural oils, which helps it heal and protect itself. This is especially important for seniors, whose skin has a harder time bouncing back after damage. By bathing less, say every other day or just a few times a week, you give the skin a chance to rebuild its defenses. Spot cleaning with a damp cloth for areas like underarms or the groin can still keep things fresh without stripping the skin of its protective oils. So, fewer baths don't mean less hygiene, they actually promote healthier skin in the long run. Let's talk about the bathroom for a minute because for seniors it's a major safety hazard. Believe it or not, the bathroom is one of the most dangerous places in the house, especially when it comes to falls. The American Geriatric Society has been sounding the alarm on this issue for years, and the statistics are pretty eye-opening. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and death in older adults. For seniors, the risk of falling increases as balance and muscle strength decline. Combine that with a slippery floor from water, soap, and steam, and you've got a perfect storm for accidents. Think about stepping out of a tub or standing on one leg while trying to balance in the shower. It's a tricky, and often dangerous, task, and seniors are particularly vulnerable. Add in the fact that bathroom floors are often smooth and slick, and you're looking at a risky environment for anyone with limited mobility or balance issues. And it gets worse when you consider that bathroom accidents often happen at times of the day when seniors are already tired, maybe in the morning or at night, making them even more prone to falls. So what's the solution? By reducing the frequency of baths, you reduce the number of high-risk trips to the bathroom. Taking a shower less often means fewer opportunities to slip and fall. And by focusing on simpler hygiene alternatives, like sponge baths or using a handheld shower head, seniors can stay clean without putting themselves at risk. Here's an interesting thought. Your body is actually pretty good at keeping itself clean. It's not a new age gimmick, but biology at work. Your skin is constantly working to shed dead cells, break down oils, and ward off harmful bacteria. This process is part of what keeps you fresh, even if you're not hopping into the shower every day. When we bathe too often, we disrupt this delicate system. We strip away the oils and bacteria that protect our skin, leaving it more vulnerable. The skin microbiome, the community of good bacteria on your skin, is essential for maintaining skin health. Frequent bathing, especially with hot water and harsh soap, can kill off these helpful microbes, leaving the skin unprotected. So here's the takeaway. Let your body do what it was designed to do. By bathing less often, you allow your skin to keep things in balance. A little less scrubbing doesn't mean less cleanliness. It means healthier skin and a more resilient body. Now, let's talk about what the experts have to say. Leading dermatologists and geriatricians have begun recommending that seniors bathe only once or twice a week. I know it sounds shocking, but hear me out. It's not about neglecting hygiene. It's about adjusting to the realities of aging skin. The truth is, as we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and less able to handle frequent washing. Constant exposure to hot water and soap can strip away the skin's natural oils, leaving it vulnerable. The recommendation for fewer baths is based on the fact that overbathing can cause irritation, exacerbate dryness, and even lead to skin breakdown. Experts emphasize that this change isn't just about skin. It's also about the overall health of seniors. For example, a senior who doesn't move around much or who stays indoors most of the day doesn't generate as much sweat or dirt as someone who's more active. So, a full body bath every day isn't necessary for everyone. The key is to listen to your body and adjust accordingly. If you're someone who doesn't need a daily bath, there are plenty of alternatives to maintain hygiene, like spot cleaning, using wet wipes, and focusing on specific areas like underarms and the groin. Let's face it, for seniors, daily baths can be downright exhausting. It might seem like a simple task, but standing in the shower or climbing in and out of the tub can actually take a significant physical toll. The Journal of the American Medical Association pointed out that bathing can drain energy, strain muscles, and even lead to dizziness for some seniors. For seniors with heart conditions or circulation issues, standing for long periods in hot water can lower blood pressure and make them feel lightheaded. For those with arthritis or chronic pain, just bending down to wash your feet or scrub your back can feel like a full workout. But it's not just the physical act of bathing that's tiring. Afterward, you still have to dry off, get dressed, and gather the energy to go about your day. For many seniors, this entire process can be draining enough to interfere with other activities. It's no surprise that skipping a daily bath or shower and bathing less often can help conserve precious energy, making the day feel less overwhelming. So why not scale back the bathing schedule? Taking a bath once or twice a week, supplemented by a sponge bath or a handheld shower, means less effort and more energy for other things, like enjoying time with loved ones or getting out of the house. Here's a little secret. Hygiene doesn't always mean a full body bath. You don't have to stand in a tub or shower every day to stay clean and fresh. There are plenty of alternatives that can be just as effective and often more practical for seniors. For instance, wet wipes are a fantastic solution for cleaning key areas like your face, underarms, and groin. They're gentle, easy to use, and you don't even have to rinse. Hand washing is another essential part of maintaining hygiene, especially since we touch so many things during the day. Washing hands regularly can help reduce the spread of germs without a full shower. Oral care is just as important as bathing. Brushing teeth and flossing regularly keeps your mouth clean and fresh, without the need for a full body wash. And if you're in a colder climate where wet hair and drafts are a concern, dry shampoo or a warm washcloth can save you from the hassle of full showers. The point here is that hygiene isn't a one-size-fits-all routine. It's about what works for you and your lifestyle without overburdening your body. So what's the bottom line? After 70, less frequent bathing can actually lead to healthier skin, fewer falls, more energy, and a better quality of life. It's not about abandoning hygiene. It's about adapting to what your body needs as you age. Less bathing means your skin stays more hydrated and protected, reducing the risk of infections. It also means fewer bathroom trips, which reduces the risk of falls. And by conserving your energy, you can save that precious stamina for things that truly matter, like spending time with family or enjoying your hobbies. The truth is, sometimes less really is more. A few baths a week, with alternative hygiene practices, can help you stay clean, fresh, and healthy without the risks that come with daily showers. And remember, it's all about finding what works best for you, whether that's a simple sponge bath or a full body soak. If you've stuck with me through this whole video, I want to hear your thoughts. Has anything here made you reconsider your own bathing habits, or maybe those of someone you care for? What's one thing you're going to try differently after hearing all this? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know what's resonated with you. And, as always, if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me keep bringing you content that's not just interesting, but actually useful. And as always, I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring ways to make life easier, safer, and more comfortable as we age.